Okay, this is the complement of the last video we made titled how to add different CSS selectors on our button project. So the video was too long and I decided to cut it in different segments. So in this video, we will be adding more CSS features to the same project we created in the last video. So if you are coming across this video for the first time, please do well to like, share, and then comment. And in case you are interested in learning web development, you can go back and watch my previous video, or you can ask a question in the comment section and I will do well to direct you, whether from the previous video or then to teach you directly. With that aside, let's go straight to our code and then we continue from the last video. Okay, here we are in our Visual Studio Code, which is our code editor. And then we have to go back first and look at the last project we were copying from. And from there, I am going to this new tab and create a new tab. And I will type Caleb Tech dash dev forwards Caleb Tech dash dev.github.io/button dash tutorial. Type it exactly like this. Don't put any space. Don't put a space. Then hit enter. Then it will take you to our project, the project we are copying from. So I'm going to hit enter, and this is the project we are copying from. So this is our subscribe button, the one we created, our join button, and our sign up button. So this is the project this is our new project, and this is the one we are copying from. So if you look at the project we are copying from very well, there are some space in between this button and this button, and there is another space between this button and this button. However, let me switch this one. Okay, now this is our project. So however, if you look at our project, there is no space in between here, but there is space here. So we have to look at it and add a space in between one button element to another button element. So we can go to our code, and here we are going to give margin right, and then we give it a space of 10 pixels. Margin dash right column 10 pixels and then semicolon. Type it like this exactly, and then hit Ctrl S to save. So if you go back to our project, you discover that one margin has been added here, a space has been added here. So the space between one element to another element in HTML or CSS is called margin. So we can decide to say margin down, margin up, margin button, margin right, margin left. So it depends. So if you want a margin from the left, you just put margin dash left. While if you want it from up, you say margin dot up or top. Let us demonstrate it, and then you will see margin dash top. That is from up. It will create a space up, if an extra space up. Then margin dash button, it will create another space from down. Margin dash left, margin dash right, margin dash inline start. There are a lot of margins here, and we will be using them one by one, or you do well to play with them and then you know the meaning. As you are putting them one by one on your code, you know how your code is changing. So from there you know what they exactly mean. So from here we just go back to the one we were doing, which is margin right, and then put 10 pixels here and save. So if you go back again, you discover that there is a space here. However, there is no space here. So let's go back to this button and then create another space here. So we go to this join button and create something like that. So here, look at our join button, and we are going to create a space here. Then we say margin dash right, and then we say 10 pixels. Hit Ctrl S to save. So if you go back to our code, What's happened? Okay, there is a problem here, a type error. So let's remove this and then save. So if you go back, you discover that another space has been added here. So if you let's go back and check. Okay, our button now looks almost the same. Okay, the next thing we are going to do is once you hover on this button, this color, the button will change color, and another thing is our cursor will change from an arrow to a pointer, just like this. It's changing from arrow to pointer. The same thing is applicable to this one. Okay, in this video, we'll learn how to add space in between our buttons, on top of our buttons, below our buttons. In our next video, we are going to add a hover effect on our button so that once we hover on it, the button will change color just like this. So see you in my next video.